All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Please invite your friends. This is just for a snack. We are going to answer Abdul. You know, the Muslims, because they are so desperate trying to find their God in our book, they could not find him in their book, so maybe we can find him in their book. The funny, they say that our book is corrupt, yet still they can find God in our book. Now, a Muslim Abdul, he posted in the text. And by the way, I challenge him to dare to call me. But I don't think even he knows what he's talking about. They are just copy paste, claiming that the Bible speak about Mecca, and not only that, even the Kaaba is the house of the God of the Christians and the Jews. That's amazing. You know, sometimes people, they ask me why you don't give the Muslim a chance to survive, at least when he debate with you. Why you shoot in the head right away? I like to take the short way. Why I want to waste my time? First of all, when a Muslim, he come to me and he tried to say to me that your God speak about my God, which is the same God, and the temple of the Jews is the same temple of the Muslims, which is in Mecca, shouldn't first we have the same God? You see, if we go to the Muslims, and we can ask any Muslim, do your God have a spirit, or he is a spirit? The Muslim answer is very clear: no, Allah is not a spirit and he has no spirit. This is their Muslim website, islamca.info. They are asking a scholar, do Allah has a spirit? And the answer, no. I am debating a Christian. He said to me that God has a spirit. My question, does Allah have a spirit? Answer, absolutely not. The spirit is not one of the attributes of Allah. So from the beginning, my friend, the God of the Christian, the God of the Jews, he have a spirit and he is a spirit, and your God is not a spirit. So how we can have the same God, and how you can say to me that my book is speaking about your God? I mean, how silly, how stupid that is. So trying to fabricate verses in the Bible, trying to make it and apply it at your God doesn't work, because even the nature of the God of the Jews is not the same as the nature of the God of the Muslims. If you go in the book of Genesis from chapter number 1, you will see that God has a spirit. Your God does not. That's it. The first line in the Bible. So it's very silly, but I don't blame a Muslim Abdul, for he is desperate. He's trying to find his God in our book. He cannot find him in his book. His God has no miracles. His God does not exist. His God is a shish kebab. So let us fabricate verses, or let us say fabricate interpretation and make it fit with our book. So from the beginning, as you see, when a Muslim, he says to you that the God of the Jews is the same as the God of the Christian, the answer is very simple. No, he cannot be. The God of the Jews, he is a spirit. The God of the Muslims, he has no spirit and he is not a spirit. So right away from the beginning, bingo, we are done. Do you see how easy, how fast? Now, if we go to his post here, this Abdul, his name Malak, and I don't think even he knows what he's talking about. He is just posting and copy and paste. And he is posting from the book of Psalm 84, verse number 4. What about we post from verse number 1, Abdul? But no problem. Blessed are those who do well. I'm just posting for you his post, not my post. This is his post. Blessed are those who dwell in the house of Salah, the house Salah. Blessed the man who is power into thee. In his heart are the ways of them who passes through the valley of Becca. You see, he making it for you in black. Made it as well, and the general rain also in the complex. They go from strength to strength. Each one in Zion has appeared before God. Now he says, what Becca mean? Of course, the valley has qualities determined by the text and focused here the qualification as well, the qualities. The house of the Lord is, his name is Becca. No, that's not true. That's false. The house of the Lord, his name is not Becca, you liar. They passes through the valley of Becca. You see how they lie? It says in the front, this is your post, not my post, and this is the translation you choose. They passes through the valley of Becca. By the way, Becca is not Becca. This is because in Latin you don't have equal letters to the Hebrew or to the Arabic. So this is the wadi of Buka, Buka, which means crying. The wadi, the valley of weeping, not Becca. You see, you are silly. And they pass in that valley, not the house of God. His name is Becca, you liar. So do you see how they lie right away from the beginning? I mean, this is his post. Where in here it says the house of Becca is the name of the God house. This is the valley. They passes there. Here, Salah, which means forever. This is not the name of a place. This is forever. Now, the house of the Lord is it. His name is Becca. That's false. We prove it easy. The valley and not a mountain or a plateau. This is a valley where they pass. The mountain is there. You will see it says here, you idiot. I mean, they are really stupid. It says each one of them in Zion has appeared before God. This is the Mount of Zion, you idiot. This is a mountain. This is in Jerusalem. Glorifying God in the valley of a dry. Where it says the valley of a dry? What valley of a dry? Actually, it says to you that the valley will be full of water before the rain, in the early rain of the winter. Let us continue. But there is a fountain. The fountain happened after the rain, you donkey. This is not a spring of water which running. Don't you see? It says an early water. Let me show you. Let us go to the Bible. It's instead of showing this idiot post. And by the way, I choose ESV because this is a translation. That he told them, Zakir Naik, he told them this is the best translation. So I'm showing them the translation they like. You see here it says that there is early rain will make springs of waters. It's not a spring, springs, and that because of early rain. So this is not a continue running springs, and not one spring, it's many of them, but because of the early rain we will have many of those springs. This is not a spring of water running 24 hours 7 days a week the whole year, and it is not a well of water too. Zamzam is not even a spring of water really, it is a well. However, this is just temporary during the early rain. And then here it says before God in Zion. If you go, and actually I paused for him. Tons of verses. The holy mount in Jerusalem. Isaiah chapter 27 verse 13. Isaiah 56:7. My house is the house called the house of a prayer for all nation, but where this house is, this is where they offer their sacrifice. Where is that? Do you Muslims offer sacrifice? Let's see, is that Here, uh, let us read Isaiah 66:20. Hmm? And the Lord, and sorry, and they will bring all their brothers from the nations as gift to the Lord, and horses, and etc. Read, and then he says here, my holy mountain, to where? To my holy mountains, Jerusalem, says the Lord. Just as Jerusalem bring offspring to the rest of the verse. So where is the mountain? This is the mountain in Jerusalem. Where is the house? Is in the house in Jerusalem. What temple we are talking about? This is the temple of David. Uh, and here it says the same Zion. You know, you see Zion? This is Zion. This is the Mount of Zion in Judah, the people of Judah. Isaiah 27:13, the holy mount of Jerusalem. Do you see it? This is Zion, or in our, you know, it's Jabal Sohyun, you know. And then uh, between the new altar and the house of the Lord, where is the house of the Lord? Where is that? In Jerusalem. And look how what they built there. They describe even for you how it's built. Aaron and his sons and etc. etc. It says in the offspring, and then they are talking about what they build. Uh, here is description of the building of the temple. And they began to build an altar for God of Israel, to sacrifice burnt offspring on it, as it's written in the law of Moses and the man of God. They start building where? This is in Jerusalem. So I said to him, fake Allah need fake claims to look real. And look what he post back, just to show you. Where is his post? Because I think he made a new post. Hey, here we go. But the hour comes, and now when he's posting for us from John 4:19-24. The true worshippers worship the Father in spirit and the truth, for the Father has demanded such a worship. God is spirit. You see how silly? I just showed you that your God is not a spirit, and then you are quoting me John, which is proving Islam to be false. Because if God is spirit, is what we are talking about here, and God has no spirit, which we are talking about here in your Islamic religion. So how you quote for me John to prove yourself, you idiot? Read carefully. Who are the true worshippers? Who worship and none kiss of the Samaritans and the Hebrew. Your prophet do not even know whether the Samaritan or exist. Your prophet, he says that the Samaritan is the one who mislead Moses. Your prophet is an idiot to the point. Let me show you. Uh, each time I remember this, I die laughing, honestly. The Samurai, he mislead the people of Moses, and the Samaritan, they will exist in the time of Moses. I mean, what kind of God your God is? You are quoting me from the book of John, speaking about the one who kissed the Samaritan, and your prophet, he could not even quote where they are existed. They are exist in the time of Moses, you idiot. And the Samaritan, they are the one who mislead Moses people, and they are talking to Moses. And the same story appear in many places. Aaron and Moses, they are speaking to the Samar. Let me change the translation for you so you might understand better. This is the big tab. Why all of them they are typing the word as summary? They are not translating. I don't know why they are just saying it as it is in Arabic. They should translate. Let us see. Aha. And Moses said, hey Samaritan, what was the business? Moses talking to the Samaritan? Oh boy. I really enjoy the wisdom of your God, who do not know when the Samaritan will exist. I mean, how silly the God of the Quran, to the point he did not know who is a Samaritan. Do you even Muslims know who the Samaritan? How Samaritan is talking to Moses? So when you quote for me this, you open a door to expose your stupid Quran. Look who says, who are the true worshippers? Who are worship and none kiss the Samaritan and the Hebrews? They are new nation that born after a time as nation has not called holiness except only nation of Islam. If why? And then he quote for us, the Lord shall convert Zion, Zion, not Muhammad, and convert its ruin, its turn its wilderness into Eden. And is Mecca like Eden now? And its wilderness into a wonderful garden, and shall filled with joy. Yeah, the Islamic country is full of joys. I mean, look how silly they are. Indeed. And he's quoting like verse after verse, just and now look what I want to show you the end, what he says, the comment. After Mecca was deserted, compared to the synagogue of the Jews, become the numbers of the sons of Mecca. The Jews become the son of Mecca. Let me get you busted. There's no Jewish in Mecca, you donkey. Somebody says to me, why you keep saying calling them donkeys? He said Jesus he ride a donkey. I mean, is a donkey, if Jesus ride a donkey, the donkey is still a donkey, my friend. Did not become an angel. Don't be silly. This is the question. Where was the Jews living in the time of the Prophet Muhammad? The answer. There are three groups, and all of them around the city of Al-Madinah, and inside the city of Al-Madinah. There is no Jewish in Mecca, according to you. So how you say to me that the Jewish became the sons of Mecca when Mecca was only for the tribe of Quraysh, you liar? And the Jews, they used to, even your prophet, during his beginning of his prophethood, he was praying to Jerusalem. He was praying to Jerusalem. He wasn't praying to Mecca. After Umar ibn Khattab, and we spoke about it in the previous video, he suggested to Muhammad, he said to him, he said, my Lord agree with me in three things. After that, Muhammad, he switched his prayer from Jerusalem to Mecca, because in the beginning he was trying to convince the Christian and the Jews that he worshipped the same God of Abraham. When they did not believe, he became back to his pagan roots, which is the Kaaba and the black stone. Let us go back and love more. So as you see, if you speak Arabic, and I think maybe you do, otherwise you can just here we go. This is the question, and this is the date. اليهود في جزيرة العرب زمن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. The Jews in the Arabian Peninsula in the time of the Prophet. This is the topic. The date of publishing 2016 1/11. All right, and this is the answer number 238 859. And the answer in front of you, it says كان يهود المدينة ثلاثة طوائف. There's only three groups. بني قيقاع, بني النضير, وبني قريظة. That's it. And all of them, they are either in the Medina or around the Medina. That's it. According to your Islamic books. And I don't believe anything in your Islamic books anyway. But I'm just showing you. Now we continue. More than the numbers of the sons of temple. And then there is a strong signal to migrant with naval. Yes, Mecca compass is expanded from time to time. Yes, the age of Arabian Peninsula and the Arab are more nation and birth rate have high. By the way, the Arab as number, they are very small in number. You see, the Arab is not Egypt, is not Algeria, is not Morocco, is not Tunisia, it's not Libya, it's not Turkey, it's not Syria, it's not Iraq. It is only in the Arabian Peninsula. And until now, the number of the total population of Saudi Arabia and Emirat and Bahrain and Qatar all together is not even 30 millions. I don't think even they are close to that number, which means the Jews are more than them. Now, the rest are not Arab. Egypt is Africa, Libya is Africa, Tunisia is Africa, Morocco is Africa. Those are not Arab. Syria is for the Syrian. They used to speak Aramaic. This is why they are white. Lebanon for the Lebanese. They are Aramaic. Even those who they are in Gaza and what they call it Palestine today, those are not even Arab. So look at this. Desperately trying to answer, but not only he failed with the stupidity, he destroyed himself with his answers. He said here as an example, and the funny, they post for us about Zion. Go in Zion and round about destroy the tower. So first of all, who is the one who is making this song which is trying to talk about? Is that a guy who is a Jew, or he is a Muslim, or he's an Arab? Does it say there that this is the Mount of Zion? Does it say that this is for the God of Zion? Does it say that God is spirit? And your God is not a spirit? So I find it very, very nice when a Muslim tries to find his God in our book. And look what he says to me. Jesus said, but the hour comes, and now, when the true worshippers worship the Father in spirit and truth. Do you see how silly the Abdul is? He just said to me, Jesus said, that the true worshippers worship the Father in spirit. Islam do not believe in the Father and do not believe in the Spirit. And the truth. Who is the truth? Jesus said, I am the truth. For the Father has demanded such worshippers. God is a spirit. Do you see how you shot yourself in, not in the foot, I want to say in the ass? God is a spirit. What is God in Islam? Is not a spirit. Oh boy. You know, in the Middle East, sometime you will see somebody, he claimed to be your relative, but he's not. This is very common in the Middle East. Why? Somebody is not coming from, because you know it's the system there is like, if you don't have a powerful family, you might need protection, you might not get a good job. So what do? You claim like there is somebody, he is very powerful and his family are very powerful, so you claim that he is your cousin. You know what I mean? You say like he is blah 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 blah. I mean, you fabricate a story just to make yourself like to level yourself up. Muslims, I find them always because they find themselves down. They have a very bad prophet. His reputation is horrible. His book is stupid. He have no prophecy, which is come to be true. All of them they became false, and we showed you one just in the previous video where he said that 100 years will not pass before the judgment day come. The sun set in murky water. The baby is made from a sperm coming from the backbone, and the women have a sperm coming from the ribs. His God do not remember which one he created first, the stars or the trees. So we can give an endless answers, but why you don't speak about the God of the Jews, which is in the Bible, and your God, and we will find from the beginning that your God is not the same as God. And how dare you, how silly you are to quote for me a verse confirming that God is a spirit? Are you answering me now? Are you answering me when you says God is a spirit? Are you answering me when you mention the Samaritans? When your God Allah do not know when the Samaritan was exist, he think they are talking to Moses? Uh, I wanted just to have some fun with you guys and just to share with this you that for those who do not know how to answer the Abdul, because they try to fool you and they try to fabricate things. Now if we go in the Quran mentioned the word Bakka, but what Bakka is, let us expose this. You will notice that Bekka, and by the way, there's no A at the end, there's T, so there's a letter, different letter. The one in the Bible is not Bekka, it is Baka. The valley, in Arabic we say Baka, which means he cry. All right, like when somebody he cry, so the valley of a crying. Uh, Actually, we can show it from the Quran. Here first, the first house established for the people was that at Becca. This is the first house, not the second house, not the third house. This is the first house. What is Becca? This is about? Simply, uh, in the Yemeni language, the letter Qa turned to be Ba, and the letter Ba turned, I mean, the vice versa. So you will find that the Quran mention Mecca twice, or let's say once as Mecca and then once as Becca. You see? So why here is coming as Mecca and there is coming as Becca? It's the same word. The difference is just the pronunciation. Yemeni people, they switch the word M to Ba, and sometime the letter Qa to Ba. So Mecca is the same as Becca. Mecca is coming from the word Makkah. If we search right now in Google for the temple of Makkah, let us see the answer. Temple of Al-Makkah. I'm trying to find it. Hold on. Here we go. This is where the name of the city of Mecca is coming from, or Becca. It is a temple built by the Sabian, which worshipping the moon. So here you will see it have like many names, but it's very clear the temple of Al-Makkah. Let us click here. This is in Yemen. This is the temple of Mecca, or Al-Makkah. Makkah. You know, you see the letter Ka here is switched into K. So instead of Mecca, it is Makkah. Ka. But it's the same. So the temple of Al-Makkah is a temple of the moon god. Let us see. uh, pa, 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 pa. Here we go. Oh, this guy here, the site is gone. Okay, let's go. Temple of Al-Makkah, or we can find, let's see this one. uh, at the temple of Al-Makkah. You see the letter here, the letter K switched to Q. Now this is not really Q, but because in your language you don't have an equal letter, it is Makkah. Same as for the Arab and the Yemeni. The Yemeni, they switch the letter Ka into Qa. Depend in the word. So the temple of Al-Makkah is the temple of Mecca. But what happened when they built the Kaaba? They brought stones from the temple of Al-Makkah. Let us show you some pictures. You will see in this drawing, they are showing you here in this side. Let us draw this. Here is the Yemeni corner. Here is the black stone. And this is what Muhammad, he says, the one who touched those two corners, Allah forgive his sin. You remember? Now why this corner called Yemeni corner? Yemen, because simply they have stones in this corner which is taken from the temple of Al-Makkah. And this is the pictures. Those are stones brought from the temple of Al-Makkah in Yemen, and they place it there. So simply what they do, people, they used to go to visit the temple of Al-Makkah, and now the Arab of Quraysh, they said, okay, we will build a Kaaba, small Kaaba, not like the big huge temple of Yemen, and you don't have to go all the way there, and we bring holy stones from the temple of Al-Makkah. And obviously the whole city of Mecca become because of this is they claim that this is like a counterfeit of the huge temple of Al-Makkah, which is in Yemen. So they brought those stones, and now they are holy stones for the Muslims. And if you notice with me, their color is different from the colors of the rest of the Kaaba. The stones are different. They are not the same, and they are like a small funny stones. They put them together, and in that corner, Muhammad in the hadith, he says, whoever touched those two corners, Allah forgive his sin. All right, read carefully. O Abu Abdul Rahman, why do I only see you touching those two corners? He said, I heard Messenger of Allah saying, touching them erases the sins. So the Arab, since the beginning of the Kaaba, they practice kissing and touching those stones. The black stone, which is the vagina of the god of fertility, Baal, and the Yemeni corner, because those are stones brought from Al-Makkah temple, which we showed you. Its pictures here. This is Al-Makkah temple, a huge one. You cannot compare it to the one in the Kaaba. So they took stones from here and they place it in the Kaaba. And why you need to go all the way to Yemen just to do to have a holy forgiveness? Just come here. You know, we brought the stones for you, and we have it here. I think it have another name in English, the same temple. But as you see, this is the temple of Mecca here, Al-Makkah, which is in Yemen. And this is where the name is coming from. I'm trying to find more. Before I found like reading a nice article about the temple of Al-Makkah. Maybe I need to do a little bit change in the way it's written in English. Let's see. No. Um, okay. Well, this is how they are calling the name Al-Makkah. Let us search for this. Maybe we can get something. Anyway, you can search for it, and you will find that this is the in the beginning. For some time, they thought this was the Sun temple, but all the study at the end lead that this was very wrong, because they found an ancient language there proving that this was always the temple of the moon god. You see, it have another name, Awam, in the Awam. Let me see here. Hold on. Yeah, this is an article here about it. There's many articles you can search. I mean, just to make your own study. You know, this is a Sabian. Sabian. You see, the Sabian, their religion spread all the way to Egypt, all the way to Yemen, and they build huge temples in both countries. Al-Makkah temple. You see, this name was very famous and used by many, and it was Now, for sure, those who they are historian, they can give more reference and more study about what is this is exactly. But all of them they agree it was the moon god temple. Um, let us see. Like here, he's just giving you a summary. The temple of Awam, Mahram Balkis, the temple of Al Makkah, etc. Blah blah blah. Uh, Al Makkah is considered a moon god temple. All right, you see it. Hmm? So this is where the origin name of Mecca and Bakka, uh, and the Muslims desperately trying to find a place for their God in our book. Your God is not a spirit. Your God is silly. Your God is stupid. Your God do not know how the baby created. Your God, he says stupid things. Your God teach against the teaching of the God of the Christian and the Jews. Uh, I mean, ethically, the God by nature in Islam is not the same as God of the Christians and the God of the Jews. Our God is a spirit, your God is not. So we cannot, that's it from the beginning. First, like, done, we are done. And always I advise Muslims when before they post for us, read what you post for me. I mean, you are being silly and being desperately stupid. How you post to a Christian saying to him that Jesus said that the true worshippers are those who worship God is a spirit. That means you are not a true worshipper. You just get yourself busted. The true worshippers, the one who worship the Father in his spirit and truth. Do you Muslim believe in the Father? Do you believe in the Spirit? That God is a spirit? Do you believe in the Son? We who are the true worshippers? Yeah, who are they? The one who worship God the Spirit. You know, they said to me, why you are so healthy? I say, Muslims, they make me so laugh so good. I mean, later I'm going to go to sleep. I laughed so good today. I mean, this is really good. God is good. And by the way, they are copy paste people. They don't even read what they are copying. I assure you, this guy is just copying an article of somebody. Somebody is a fool, and he copy and he paste. It doesn't matter what he pastes. Just paste. You know, just throw at the Christian things. Let us go to other comments. We are done with this guy. Uh, let us see more comments. Yeah, there's a guy saying a Christian prince, be a man and show us your face, my friend. I am the same as Allah. Allah never spoke except from behind a veil. Your God, Allah, is not better than me. You don't believe me? Here we go. What about you ask your God to show himself? Why you want to see my face? Huh? Allah never spoke to anyone except from behind a veil. Am I saying that? No, this is your Quran. Allah never speak to anyone by revelation or a form from behind a veil. Do you see it? So why it's okay for Allah not to show his face and to speak from behind a veil? I'm not using a veil. The nature of what I am using is internet. Why you want to see my face? People, they want to see my knowledge and my words. We are not in a dating website, my friend. Hmm? Why you want to see my face? I am not showing my face, and Muslims keep texting me. What if I show my face? No, what? I will marry four wives now? You show your face. Here we go. Zakir Naik, he show his face. And he says that the word hur is male and female. Brother and sister, the sister they ask a question. Why in Islam there is God is going to give the men hur? First of all, the word hur is a generic name. Is it possible to be male and female? Hur is male and female, you idiot donkey. Here we go, he show you his face. Look like you're a scholar, he never saw in the Quran that it says that those hur, they will lose the skin inside their vagina and they will bleed. Men, they will lose that. He don't know Arabic, so he do not know what he's talking about. He do not even know how to read English. Chapter 55, verse number 56, chapter 55, verse number 74. Both of them it says that those qasiratun, female. I mean, how donkey you are to say they are not they are can be male and female. It says qasiratun. This is a ta ta'nith. And then yatmuthahunna. This is the noon. In Arabic we have letters we add at the end to make it female. Yatmuthahunna. This is called noon nuswa, the noon of females. And what yatmuthahunna mean? They will bleed. They will break the hymen inside their vagina, and they will bleed. So what this guy donkey saying that they are going to this is male and female. Here we go. He show you his face. Do you see what it says? Yet your halal beard scholar, he says to you that those are male and female. But look what it says. Their husbands. How it says their husbands and they are males. How it says that they will lose the skin inside their vagina has opened their hymens with sexual intercourse. Zakir Naik, he show his face. Now I am sure you wish that he never did. Show me your face. You know, always they do not know how to answer me. So what we can use against this guy? I mean, what we can say? Be a man, show your face. No, I don't want to show my face, and I don't like how my face look like. Show me your answer, you idiot. Why you want to see my face? Until now, each time we speak to a Muslim, he have no answer, and the Muslims are worried only about showing my face. I show them that Allah, he say the sun set in the murky water. Show us your face. We show them that Muhammad, he claimed the sun have a certain place. Show us your face. We show them that Allah, he says women have a breast testicles. Show us your face. Very cute, Abdul, very cute. Show us your face. Yeah. We say to them, show us your answer. They say to me, show us your face. They're very funny people. I mean, I feel sorry for them. I really feel sorry for them. Right? They have because they have no answer. Let me see. Hold on. Just to show you the comment of Muslims, sometimes they are really hilarious. I mean, I sometimes I read the comment of the Muslims just for fun. I don't have time to answer all of them, but you know, but it's really funny. When they cannot answer you, they say things you will not believe it. And actually, always they can't answer you. Let us see some example. Look at this one. Jesus is not God. Jesus is not the Son of God. Liar, deceitful, deceiver, enemy of Islam. The truth is, Christian nation have nothing. Christian nation has no God. Christian nation has no prophet. Christian nation have only one hellfire forever. Do you know why? Because false belief, brother, faith of Trinity, and not accepting the truth of a true one creator. Hold on. There is only true one creator. So why Allah he say in the Quran he is the best of the creators if he is the only creator? And why the Quran says that Jesus created from the mother bird if Allah is the only creator? Don't forget, bear in mind, there is two different Jesus, different personality of Jesus. The origin prophet, Jesus son of Mary, only Muslims have. Only us, brother, we have it. Abdul, we cannot even find the name Jesus in your Quran. There's a guy, his name is Isa, and his uncle, his name is Aaron. which mean Isa is the nephew of Moses. I mean, Muhammad was a fool to the point he cannot even quote name correctly. Who is Isa? And he thinks that Isa is the nephew of Moses and Aaron. Why? Because in the Old Testament it says that Aaron and Moses, they have a sister. Her name is Maryam. So the fool Muhammad, he thought Maryam is the same Maryam, the mother of Jesus. Unbelievable. Muslim prophet Jesus, son of Mary, is born without father, miraculous birth. Okay, Abdul, why? Why Jesus have a miraculous birth? Why Muhammad don't have that one? You know, a question for the Muslims. $1 billion question. Why everybody is born have a father except Jesus? Hello? He is still alive. Alive. Okay, hold on. Why Jesus is still alive, and Muhammad is dead? You see, brother, you are trying to convince us that Jesus is not God, but he is still alive. And he have to repeat it 3 times, Trinity again. I mean, why you are repeating alive 3 times? Can't you say it once only, brother? And why Jesus is still alive? No answer. And why Muhammad is not alive? No answer. Oh boy. Anyway, this is why I'm telling you, like, look, this is all is a comment. This is a book. This is literally a book, you know. Let's see. Anyway, tons of verses and tons of comments, and try to hold yourself not to laugh. Just try. You know, long time ago, about showing us your face, I was in Pal Talk program, and once I saw a big chat room. The chat room is really huge, like you see the number from outside before you enter the chat room. And I became curious why this room is so big. I mean, like hundreds of people. I mean, the room is growing so fast. So I entered the chat room, and I saw in the text, it's an Arabic text, an Arabic room. You can use your camera, you can speak in the mic. So there is a girl speaking in the microphone, and she have her camera open, which means everybody in the chat room can see her camera. And guess what she was showing? Her foot. And the Muslim Abdul, they were saying, can you move it to the right? Allahu Akbar, move it a little bit to the right. No, just stop there, right, perfect there. She is showing her foot. She is not showing the horny 300, 400, I forgot how many people they are. The room is going crazy because there is a beautiful Muslim woman showing her foot, brother. So I'm thinking to get a camera and put it in my foot, brother. And let us see what will happen to the Muslims. Oh boy. And I was saying, like, what this woman she is showing. I mean, why they are going crazy? I mean, it's a foot. And even her toes is ugly. I mean, her toes scared the hell of me. It's like she did not get her fingers, her nails for a long time, and she have nails like the nails of a camel. I don't know even if she's a man. I mean, she might be a man. How you know? Huh? Show us your face. Yeah, even Allah Himself is going to show His shin. Have you ever heard of a God will do striptease? Why Allah want to show His shin? Any Muslim? Look at the translation. They try to hide the translation. Why Allah has a shin, Muslims? And why Allah will show His shin? The day the shin shall be laid bare. I cannot wait to see the shin of Allah. Shinnu shinnu. Shinnu shin. God is going to show His shin? And what we would do then? Party party? Hey, everybody, brother, tomorrow we are going to see the shin of Allah, brother. Are you kidding me? No, brother, it's true. Brother, do you think we can handle the beauty of His shin, brother? Absolutely not, brother. We might die, brother. Allah will show His shin? Hmm? You see, the Muslims, they refuse Jesus to be God because He's a man. They accept Allah have 5 fingers, foot, 2 hands in the right side, and He has a shin. I know, Peter, I know. Actually, if you remember, I don't know if you watched my debate with Dr. Nabil Baikli and the Imam of Tennessee, Imam Malik Sar. He said, okay, Christian Prince, you have a shin. Do you think the shin of Allah is like your shin? I mean, look here. The guy, he is an Imam, and the other guy, he is the head of the Islamic Center. He's a doctor. And he is answering me now, refuting me. He says, Christian Prince, okay, Allah has a shin. Do you think the shin of Allah is like your shin? I mean, like me, like, wow, this is really an answer. I mean, what I can say now? That's it. He refuted me. Allah's shin is not like my shin. Who care how God he has a shin and why? What is that? My throat is hurting me already. I think I better stop. Otherwise, I don't know if I can still open. I mean, do a live broadcast tomorrow. I supposed to do, but today we have to. But my throat is getting dry and it's hurting. Anyway, guys, don't forget to download the video, share it with your friends, and I want to say thank you for the Muslims for helping us to expose the falsehood of Islam, especially when they say to us that Jesus says the true worshippers is those who worship God as a spirit. Those are the true worshippers, not you Muslims. And yes, the Lord, he said the truth, and for that we say Amen. So I want to say thank you all for being here, and I feel sorry for Muslims. They try to find their God in our book because they could not find him in their book. You better rethink about worshiping a God of a black stone. Rethink about God he think the earth is a flat. Rethink about God he says most stupid things ever. God is all wise, not all fool. God is almighty, not all limited as your God who says how I can have a son if I don't have a girlfriend. That is not God. The God of Jesus, you Muslim, you say that Jesus have God, and you say that the God of Jesus, he made Jesus. How he made him? He made him born from a woman, her name is Mary, but without having a husband. So how can be the same God? If the God of Islam is the same God as Jesus you claim, then Jesus is not God himself. So how the same God says, once he says how I can have a son without having a girlfriend, in different verse he says that Mary, she was a virgin and she have no father. So how he say how I can have a son if I have no girlfriend? Yet Mary, she have no boyfriend, she have a son. So obviously it cannot be the same person, because the God of Mary, he can have a son without having a girlfriend. The God of Muhammad, he cannot have a son without having a girlfriend. And that is a clear evidence that Allah have nothing to do with the God of the Christians. How he can have a son if he don't have a girlfriend? Do you see it? Who is the one saying that? Your God. And the second God he questioned how he can, that's mean he cannot. You see why we call God Almighty? Because the word can is always attached to his name. The second you say how can he, that's mean he is limited, he is not almighty. And who is the one who says how can he? Allah. It's not me, it's not a question from me. He is saying to me, explain his nature. How can I have a son? And by the way, here always Muhammad, because he is the author of the Quran in many places, he forget always to switch. So how Allah speaking, then he says to him who? Aren't you Allah? This is silly. Allah is talking, saying to him, and then he says, how can he, shouldn't he say how can I have a son when he, again, where is I? Has no cursor. He created all things. He who? You are the one who's talking. Why you are saying he? And he, and he, and he. That is Allah your Lord. So who is talking? It cannot be Allah. This is a guy, you know, a Muslim saying Christians pray to a Jew. No, Christians don't pray to a Jew. Jesus is the God of the Jews. Jesus says to the Jews, he said to them, what do you say of the Messiah? They said he is a son of David. He said to them, well, if he's a son of David, then how David call him Jehovah, call him my God, call him my Lord? You are a silly. Jesus is the God of the Jews. That's why he says, I came to fulfill, to complete. What for? What? How you can complete? Who are you? For he is God. He is the one who gave them the law, and he is the one who complete the law. It is you who pray to a Jew, and we can prove it easy. Here we go. We have a Muslim. The topic today is about Muslim trying to find their God to be the God of the Jews. So they killed their God, who is Allah, and they don't want him to be an Arabian God no more. They want him to be the God of Zion. You Muslims are desperate to make your God a Jew. You are the one who attach yourself to Israel, attach yourself to Abraham, attach yourself to Isaac when you have nothing to do with them. It's not the opposite. I never saw a Jew saying, Muhammad is my cousin, or a Christian trying to find Jesus to be a relative to Muhammad. It is you who desperately trying to find a place for your God in the book of our God. Your prophet, he spent most of his life praying to Jerusalem. What he have to do? What he have in Jerusalem? Why Muhammad was praying to Jerusalem? So the Kaaba at that time was not holy for Muhammad? All his life he prayed to Jerusalem until there is no more Jews. He get, that's it, we killed them, and now we do not need them. The Jews will not believe in me anyway. So he switched to the Kaaba. And why? Because of a reason. The reason is very simple. He want to make money. He want to make money. you know, after he killed everybody, and uh, you know, like the Muslim, they were worrying, okay, now we will go, we will be poor, there's no Jews, there's no Christians, there's nobody, now how we can make money, you know. He said, don't worry, we will make everybody visit the Kaaba, right? And that will be a very great source of income. The Kaaba, the whole purpose of the Kaaba is business. Anyway, guys, I hope we have a good time together. Don't forget to download the video and share it with your friends. And until we see you again, may the Lord bless you. Christ is Lord and Islam is false. And until we see you soon again, I don't know if I would do it again today. I mean, that would be a bit too much. Maybe I should make you miss me a little bit. You know, I mean, come on, don't you want to need to miss me? I mean, don't you get to listen to this guy like twice, 3 times a day? I mean, this is too much. So maybe I should let you miss me a little bit. All right. Uh, I hope I will be able to keep my promise to make you miss me. All right, guys. May the Lord bless you all. Have a great weekend with your family and your beloved one. And pray for those who need your prayer. Pray for the sick. Pray for the poor. Pray for the sad. Pray for every human being he have need to the Lord. Not only for the Christian. Pray even for the Muslims. Don't be like them. Don't curse. Don't curse the Muslims. Don't curse the Hindus. Don't curse the Asiya. Don't curse anyone. God is all about justice, my friend. And everyone will get what he deserves. So let what to God to God. Don't play God yourself. Let to God what is to God. People who start cursing, start playing gods, they don't deserve to be people of God. We trust his justice. Even the one who commit a crime, God is all about justice. No crime will go without payment. Criminals will pay. Haters will pay. Filthy will pay. Everyone he will pay, and he will get what he deserve. Fly go to the garbage, and the bees they go to the flower. So choose which one you want to be. Don't be the same as Muhammad. Don't be a fly. Be the bees. Useful. Make honey. Fertilize the fruits of the trees. It is a good creature in every way, in every mean. There is insect who they are insect, but they are useful, and there is insect they are very harmful, and both of them they are insect. So everything in this life based in good and bad. For us as a human, we are not insect. We have a choice to be or not to be. So either you choose to be a fly or you choose to be the bee. And for me, I don't want to be the same as Muhammad, and I will never be. Thank you very much for being here. May the Lord bless you. Christ is Lord. Islam is false. And see you soon again. Bye-bye. Take care.